Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. Oh goodness. I told you wrong. Yeah, I know. Even I make mistakes. Told you this morning that it was Friday. Boy, did I get a rude awakening. It ain't Friday. Damn it. Okay. I wish that dadgum phone would stay plugged in though. I'm out trucking. First deliveries in Texarkana. And I just flat ain't got the hours to make it there. I got an hour left on the clock. No place on these roads that I'm running to stop, not according to GPS. And I hit a real wide spot up here. There's a Ozark parked over there. That's what tipped me off to it, is I've seen the truck from back there. I'm like, huh. That's a landfill entrance over there. And I said, I reckon I found home for a night. Oh, here. Excuse me. So here I sit. Now here shortly, I'm going to get back here and warm me up something to eat. I don't know what yet. But I had an individual. See if I even bring up his name. I assume it's a he. I could be wrong. I don't care. Let's see. Kelly Barker. And all it shows some kind of funky bird. Kelly could go either way. Dude has the palate of a 13-year-old. Talking about me on the video, more on eating in the truck. And that was one of them nights where I had one of my emergency rations. One of the Hormel, or however you say it. The kind of meal you get in a little tray that don't have to be refrigerated. And evidently that night it had some kind of barbecue in it. And I'd shared that information with you. And I'd said in there, you know, it ain't the greatest thing, but it'll keep you alive. Well, for you individuals that don't know trucking, that you haven't lived this life, you don't know this experience, this existence, you really should educate yourself on the subject before you go running off your mouth. Don't care if I offended anybody with that or not. It's a fact. Because I got news for you. Mr. He's got a palate of a 13-year-old. It's very expensive living on this road. And you find yourself in circumstances like tonight, up on top of a mountain, nothing around me. There's not a restaurant over there in that tree bush. We have to make sacrifices to bring you the junk that you eat. And I'll bet you $1 to a donut that if we got shoulder to shoulder to do some cooking, I'd put a whooping on you. The problem with a lot of y'all out there, mostly the new millenniums and all that nonsense, is that you have lived such a sheltered life, you don't know what it means to get by. You don't know what it means to eat to live. There are times in a truck driver's life that he would be damn glad with a hot dog. And trust me, most of us are burnt out on hot dogs. You ought to come out here and live for 6 months. Try it. Try it. we are forced to either buy overpriced meals at what few truck stops has a restaurant, or else eat a bunch of fast food that's really healthy for us, ain't it? I know you new millenniums out there, y'all think fast food is the answer to everything. Well, it ain't. It's junk. And a lot of us that have been out here long enough, we are so burnt out on all the fast food, the Subways, the roller with the hot dogs and nonsense on it, the Chucky's chicken or Chester's chicken, and we're burnt out on it. Now, if you watched enough of my videos, which obviously some haven't, especially that individual, you'll see I do fairly well at cooking. I do okay. I'm not a chef. And a lot of times I bring my food from the house. That day I happen to not. Because if you're a smart individual, you will have emergency rationing and different food in your truck just for nights like tonight. No, it's not a gourmet meal, but it'll keep you alive. I can survive off of it. It beats going hungry. And it didn't cost me $17.99 for a buffet. Man, I'll leave it at that. I won't give my opinions of the buffets. So really, you need to educate yourself a little bit before you run your mouth. Because all you do is make yourself look like a fool. There'll be plenty of truck drivers that see your comment, and they're going to be just like me. Well, they ain't got a clue about a trucker's life. I found your comment to be very ignorant and offensive. And not that I have tender feelings or anything, but there's a lot of us professional truck drivers out here that sacrifice far more than you can imagine to do this job. And this job is nothing but bringing you your toys and your gadgets and your nonsense. Everything that you have, everything. At least one truck driver had to deal with it. Everything. And chances are a dozen or more truck drivers had to deal with it. Without us, you wouldn't have nothing. And where I have the palate of a 13-year-old, if it wasn't for a truck driver, you wouldn't have nothing to put on your palate. Think about it. I just had Ben get that out. I feel a lot better. Now I'll make a video that might educate some other people. Y'all remember, God loves you, so do I. Even when you're stupid and you make dumbass comments, we still love you. You just proved you're stupid and make dumbass comments. Have a good evening.